Okay, who else? Oh my word, Jody. Oh. Okay, Jody, show us. I think I have that same necklace. Wait, did we both buy it at the retreat?
No, I actually just bought it today, but yes, I was with you when you bought it.
I forgot to get mine. I'm gonna go get it while you show off yours, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll be right.
Let's match.
So
Gosh. It's a little bit too psychedelic. Hold on. Let's slow it down here. I don't want to give anybody a heart attack.
I need to see a close up for that sweater.
Pardon? My sweater?
Yeah, Jody, that's you. Mm-hmm.
This is, my dad bought this for me in the 90s. And it's like one of the only things he's ever given me, so I keep holding on to it. Even though it's so hideous. Anyway.
I love it.
Thanks.
Okay, let's see yours, Megan. Start your stuff, girlfriend.
So I got an ugly dress instead of an ugly sweater. Just because, mostly because the dress was cheaper than the sweater, but, you know, confession. But I thought this was cute, so I put this on with it. But, I mean, it's got all these patterns.
It's a whole dress?
It's a whole dress. Should I tell him my secret, Kelly?
Did you what?
Should I tell him my secret?
Yeah.
Okay. So I bought the dress to wear with leggings. But seeing as how this is a virtual party and we are not in public, I'm not wearing leggings. I'm wearing pajama pants.
Look at how they
Oh!
I have those pajamas.
Wow.
Yes, they're the mama bear pajamas from Target.
Nice.
So yeah, upper body looks good. Bottom half, I didn't do anything with it.
Very stylish.
What about you, Allie? Let's see your bling. You got some bling going on.
I'm not blingy like Jody. She's blinging. I've got
Nice. Frosty.
and my garland.
Oh, lovely. Who else is wearing one?
Mine is like a fake vest
Oh.
with this tacky little.
It's like the teacher vest, the class.
Yes.
Yeah.
What my mom wears every year.
That's awesome. Show us, Alyssa. You can unmute yourself for a second. She said she's
I'm
wearing.
trying to keep myself muted because it sounds like I have a turbo jet coming out of my computer. So this is my husband's favorite Hawaiian shirt with palm trees because it's fitting for South Carolina Christmas. And I didn't have an ugly sweater, so I picked the ugliest thing I could find out of his closet.
It's the Hawaiian Christmas, like that song. Melakalikimaka.
Yeah.
Put it on.
Awesome. Rachie.
So I've read The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and so I got rid of everything. So this is my husband's sweater that he bought yesterday, actually. It's not really that ugly, but it's close enough to Christmassy.
It's awesome. I like it.
You heard that PD plug, right? Rachie had to throw that in there.
I know. I thought you were going to start going into the book thing. Slow down.
No, but I do love that book.
I never did finish it. I'm such a slacker.
It's so good. You have to.
I only read half. Dang it. Me and my half books.
Well, between that and it involving cleaning, I was just like,
You're true. Okay, so here's my sweater. We're just going to get some close-ups here. Like I said, this was legit. My mom wore this. And made it. Craft it up, people. Craft it up. There's like
Beautiful.
dazzling all over. And then the centerpiece, of course. It's like tin. It's like a, what do you call it? It's like one of those foil thingies.
Appliques.
Yeah. Oh, and, puff paint. Classic.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah. And my necklace is broken. Dang it.
Oh,
Cheap Walmart
not
necklace.
as cool as me.
I know.
You always want to be, but sometimes you just can't hack it, Kelly.
Yeah. Good times. Everyone has to vote. And in the comments, and it can't be me because I'm giving the prize. I know it can't be me, guys. So vote in the comments for your favorite ugly sweater. And then I have to show you this while you're voting. It's like I freaked out in the store. I freaked out. It's all.
Oh, that's what you're telling me about.
Oh my gosh.
They're in Canada.
Yeah, I saw this in the store and I was like, "What? Almond milk eggnog?" Like I died. There's 1 gram of fat instead of 9.
Oh.
There's 60 calories instead of like 200. And there is 11 grams. But let's just.
I didn't hear that part.
But seriously, I think it's like 22 grams. I was comparing at the store, and I was like, it's literally half
Right.
everything. So I've got myself a little cup of nog right now.
I
Okay.
love eggnog. I'm obsessed with eggnog.
I do
Oh
too.
my
Like,
God.
I'm obsessed with all things Christmas because it's my birthday month, so I get really into it. And yeah, like I love to eat eggnog and peppermint bark and listen to Christmas music 24/7 and yeah. Let's really quick take a picture before we forget.
Okay.
Okay. Everyone has to like show up.
Oh, are you taking it?
I'll do it. Except for I'll do it and look at the same time. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Shoot, I don't know if it worked. Wait, I was pushing the wrong button. 1, 2, 3. Oh gosh, why am I not hearing the click? 1, 2. I cannot hear the click. Maybe it doesn't work when you're on Zoom.
What are you
Oh
doing?
my goodness, I'm not doing it again.
Again, that was priceless.
Wait, I'm gonna do. Okay, wait. I'm gonna do one in case that one didn't work.
Okay.
Megan's flashing moment.
Yeah.
Bad for that one. Okay. How do I do it without showing my case? Can anyone else try a screen?
Okay, I can do the picture. Here we go.
Yeah, do a screenshot.
Okay, it's not a screenshot. I'm just like doing it on my cell phone. Is that okay?
You photographers have Macs, don't you? I do, but I still want to do it.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, smile. All right, I'll snap too, so hopefully nobody blinked.
My jaw hurts from smiling.
No smiling aloud.
Okay, so really quick, I'm going to go over announcements. We've got. So, did you guys hear that challenge pack sales are done after December? But I loved what Jody said. She's going to like milk that and tell that to all. She's going to like message all. Hopefully you guys have a list of book like this. I always talk about this. Keep a notebook of all the people you've been talking to, or at least put them in an interest list and then message them all. I'm planning to message people like that last December or now, and message them all and be like, yo, like, if you want to save $20, it's literally your last chance ever to save $20.
Unless I give you $20.
Yeah. So that's definitely a good approach. We've got a couple boot camps coming up. I decided not to do the foodie boot camp. I'm doing a Namaste Fit yoga boot camp. I just posted about it like 10 minutes ago. So if any of you guys have people, basically I'm selling the Beachbody On Demand Challenge Pack and doing the 21-day yoga retreat, just because that's all I really want. That's as far as I want to push myself with Mono. So if anyone wants to join in or post about that, feel free. I'm starting prep week as soon as I get a calendar. I mean, I'm starting prep week this week whenever I get someone to sign up. And then Monday, I'm just going to jump right in with the 21-day workouts, because they don't need their, they've got Beachbody On Demand. So there's that. And then like Jody's got a Healthy Through the Holidays group. Alyssa, you've got, what's your group? Year-end resolution?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I know that Allie and Heidi are doing, I can't remember what the theme is, but they've got one too. So you need a place to put your clients. Talk to me or Jody or Alyssa or Allie or any, or asking. What else? I wrote this all down in the Chic group, so just check it out there. Monday, we're doing 12 Days of Fitness free group. Even if you're not donating a prize, because there's only 12 people that can donate a prize, I wasn't able to get in on that quick enough, but I'm still going to be in the group, like adding value and putting my prospects in there. So, Alyssa, do you want to talk about that at all?
Yeah. So is my computer like super distracting? I'm like really self-conscious about it now.
It's
Is
not.
it crazy?
I can barely stand to listen to you right now, Alyssa. So
You know what? I'm just gonna keep talking then. So
Alyssa, I don't hear it like I heard it before.
okay, sweet.
Yeah, you're fine.
I didn't notice till you said something.
Dang it. Anyway, rewind. So I posted the 12 Days of Fitness like schedule / sign up sheet. It's kind of gonna end up being like a big document, just because I'm going through and I'm writing like the scripts for each day and like graphics. So right now it looks like there's 12 coaches signed up for a prize. Not everybody has written which prize they're giving yet, but there's also a list of like each day's workout, and then you can sign up to post for that workout next to it. And then also you can sign up to post for the challenge for each day. So that's just going to be like they'll need Beachbody On Demand. So I just today created an event page for it that I'm going to have my team kind of use, so we can kind of get everybody into one event. And then on Saturday evening or Sunday, I'll add people into the actual group. And then I have like day 0 posts. So like a 1 day like prep for, do you have your bod set up? Do you have like watch the Fixate Fundamentals videos? One other thing, I can't remember what it was, but basically like getting them ready to start, because Monday we'll do one workout, a challenge, and then the giveaway. So I was thinking, and if you guys have better ideas, let me know, but I was thinking that for the like an entry into the giveaway, they have to complete the challenge for that day, and then like either, depending on what it is, like post a picture of it as proof that they did it, or comment sharing what they did, and then that's their valid entry. And then whoever is doing that giveaway for the day will pick the person and then like send out that giveaway. But I'm not sure if we should choose the giveaway winner like that night or first thing the following morning. I just don't know if it's like, because some people have way later schedules than others.
Do it first thing in the morning, because sometimes I don't get my workout in until like 10:30, 11 at
Right.
night. So you could just, whoever does it that day, just wake up in the morning and then just check it out and then post
All
it.
right, sweet. I'll do that then.
Yeah, plus then it'll get people excited, being like, seeing that there's a winner the next morning and being like, "Ooh, I need to get on the next one," you know?
Yeah.
So,
So over the next few days, I'm going to be working on the scripts for each day. And then we should be ready to go. But now it's kind of just like make your promo post and get people into an event, or we can all use the same event. I don't know. It depends on how big we want it to get, but I was going to do like live videos each day or every other day or something, just kind of telling what it's going to be about and getting people pumped up for it. So I'm excited.
okay, cool. Yeah, I think it's going to be amazing. And thanks so much for putting this all together. That helps a lot with, because I know a ton of us are just so like busy that it's so great that you have it all kind of put together. And so just sign up, you guys. Alyssa posted a sign up sheet. So sign up for a day to post. One of the 12, there's 12 days to post. Anything else they need to do if they want to participate?
Not really. I mean, the biggest thing is just, if you're a coach that's on the list for giving a prize, just like make sure, like if your name is on there and you don't want to be on there, just remove your name so somebody else can hop in. Like if Kelly wanted to hop in, or if you are on there, make sure that you've committed to, you figure out what your prize is so I can make a graphic for it.
Alyssa, quick question.
Yeah.
The day that we signed up for, is that the day that we're going to be giving out our prize? Like if I'm 8 on the list, am I day 8?
No, not really. It's just like that. I was just trying to gauge like, okay, now we have 12 coaches in the group for prizes, but people can sign up. Like if you're not one of the people listed for the prizes, you can sign up for days to share like a challenge or a workout or something.
Okay, so how do we know which coach is doing which day?
Next to each post, like I'm making the script, and then we'll just go through and like tag our name next to whichever one we want to do.
Okay.
I'm trying to make it as like easy to follow as possible, but as detail oriented as possible, because I'm trying to make it like hopefully like copy and paste so it's easy as heck for everybody. But yeah, I mean, once it's all up, like day 1 is done, so if people want to claim day 1 post, they can. And then I'll post the Google Drive link for each of the graphics folders, like the workout, the daily challenge, the giveaway, so you don't have to like screenshot. And it's hard to pull graphics from Google Docs sometimes. But yeah.
Okay, cool. And basically our people need to join Beachbody On Demand in order to get into the group, right? Okay. That's going to be awesome because it's just cool like getting them started with that. And then in the new year, I think it'll give them that sample they need to like want to join a challenge group. So I think it's a great kickoff for the new year. Plus, it's awesome to get people on Beachbody On Demand because it's a recurring thing that you get 40% commission, not 25%, 40%. So, okay. I think those are the main announcements for now. So let's start with our PD. Anyone want to go first with something they've been reading lately that they're loving? Or that they've been listening to? Renee, you said you had something.
Well, I was reading listening to The Compound Effect from Checklists 1, 2. But I love it.
Yeah, it's so good.
I've actually been talking to my husband a lot about it because he's big into like investing money and all these types of things. Like, you should listen to it.
Yeah, it's so good. What are some of your favorite takeaways?
I really like when he talked about getting the momentum, and once you get it, keeping it going. 'Cause I feel like I just got to get that, and then I can keep going with this. And I can apply that to like every aspect of my life as well.
So true. I think of it like riding a bike, you know, when you are consistent and you're right. It's like when you're riding a bike, it just goes like, you know what I mean? But if you lose that momentum, it's like a lot slower, you know what I mean?
And you have to start working at it again.
Exactly. So it's like just easy to keep it flowing. So that's why hitting a Success Club's got to be a non-negotiable. Did you guys see that I got Success Club Legend? That was kind of exciting. That's 24 months, baby. So, but you know, it's just been like, it has to happen no matter what. It's for me, it's not an if, it's a how. It's a how the crap am I going to make this happen? So, any other takeaways, Renee?
I don't think, and tracking. He talks about tracking like everything. And now I want to track everything that I do.
That's so true. So true.
I think that's it for now.
Okay, cool. Thanks for sharing. That is such like a classic personal development book. Who else wants to share?
I will.
Okay.
But I have to put a zombie costume on Hayden. So bear with me. So basically, I mean, we were already talking about this, Kelly, but I haven't been reading any PD. So I'm really struggling. But I have been doing a lot of business PD, and I don't know how many of you listened to what did we call it? The training with Josh and Ashley and Micah and Mindy and like the big...
The surge, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I've been using a lot of what Josh said to talk to my coaches. Dude, I'm in the middle of something. You have a dad. Go bug him. Go turn that around. All right. Okay, so what was I going to say? So a lot of what he said just resonated with me. He says it all the time, but the way he worded it this time, because he had to do it so fast, had to be less than 15 minutes, like really helped me a lot. And it was about that everything has to do with our mindset, and that we have to do two things. We have to value ourselves, and we have to value other people. And, you know, I don't feel like I always do either of those things. And, you know, he just talked about how, like, our mindset, we often, like, you know, we say that we don't have time for this, or, you know, there's just no way we can fit stuff in. But really what we're saying is that we're not organized, and that we're just giving excuses because of fear. And so letting that fear control us, I think, just helps, like, adds to us not valuing ourselves and what we want. And then I had been talking to my corporate guy. I don't know what they're called. Corporate sponsor guy. And he just, like, reiterated a lot of those same points, and it all just came back to, like, taking ownership and asking yourself, like, what are you afraid of? And you know, if you're not progressing, if you're not seeing changes in anything, you know, not just your business, it's because you're letting fear control you, and that you're just, like he said, a lot of us, you know, in our society, we're just like wired to the negative. You know, that's the way our social media is, and that's what we're seeing all the time. And so the second that something happens, we just automatically like go to that negative place. And I just felt like I had been doing that quite a bit. I did that all day yesterday, actually. And so we have to do daily affirmations and positive affirmations, and take the time to work on our own personal growth in order to like consciously send ourselves to the positive place, instead of being like automatically, I'm just gonna like think of the glass half empty. You have to choose to make it the other way. And anyway, so that's what I have as my goal this week, is to try to like actually like say positive affirmations to myself and catch myself when I'm saying things that aren't right. I don't think that we necessarily have to have like this huge like life altering like event or book or something to say that to us, but we have to just do daily little, even just small daily things that'll help us to rewire our thinking so that we're not so negative all the time. And I think that as women, we're just kind of prone to doing that anyway. So that's all I have to say.
It's funny. I just listened to him too. And I even wrote down this quote. He said, if you do not value yourself, the world will never raise the price. And by John C. Maxwell. And then he said you have to decide what you're like, what you're worth. You know, you have to, which I really liked. And he said, you know, all these people say, oh, well, I do value people. I do value, you know, I'm a coach. Of course I want to help people. Like, and he said, well, if you want to help people, he said the number one thing that, because Josh mentors a lot of the top coaches. And he said the number one thing, he said about 80% of coaches don't do their invites. And he said, if you really valued people, then you would be inviting them or talking to them about coaching or about your boot camps, because it's benefited your life. So why not pay it forward? And I was like, oh crap, like I need to do invites more. And then I was like, wait, I do, because if you guys missed out, we had a call like a month ago about how to do invites, like simple systems to do invites. And I do invites with that automated Holler app. Or it's not an app, but it's like a software. Anyway, so on Instagram, like it sends out people messages about my boot camps and like gets conversations starting about, you know, people's fitness. And so I was like, wait, I do send out invites, but they're like automatically sent out. And then when they respond to me, then we start a conversation. So if you guys haven't tried that yet, it is pretty awesome. So I highly, highly recommend. In fact, I'm going to write the link to try it right now. I know some of you guys have been trying it. How are you liking it?
I love it. I just have too many people to answer now.
Like it's almost so hard to keep up with.
Yeah. The one thing that I haven't done that actually Colleen mentioned to me today that you're having her do is that once they start answering saying, hey, are you on Facebook? It's a lot easier to talk on Facebook. Let me move you over there. Because, yeah, I have a whole bunch of them that I haven't even gotten to because I'm still getting to all my Facebook ones, and I don't ever get like that much from Instagram. So I tend to just keep dealing with the Facebook people and ignoring the Instagram people. And I'm like, oh, I just went through all that work to start getting them to answer me.
Right.
And sometimes I don't see their replies. Like sometimes it doesn't. It just looks like it was read, but I didn't actually read it.
You have to like scroll through and look at the little red dot. This is on Instagram in case you guys are lost. It's through Instagram messaging.
Yeah. No, I really love it because nobody ever talked to me before, and I didn't have time to reply to people's comments all the time. So nothing ever happened on Instagram.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
This might be a dumb question. Is there any way to use your computer to do anything on Instagram? Like, can you reply on your computer or anything? Because my phone is really slow, and so I hate responding on Instagram and typing long messages and everything. Does anybody know?
You actually can.
You can or cannot?
You can. Some of you guys are shaking your heads, but I've done it before.
Oh, I just was like, I don't know. That's why I was shaking my head.
Okay.
I will show you. Why don't remind me, and I'll show you at the end of this. We'll
Okay.
do it together. I'll do a screenshot. We'll do it together. So don't let me forget.
Okay.
Okay. Who else wants to share? Yeah, if you didn't listen, at least listen to the Josh Coates part. It's only literally like 13 minutes long. Just search the word Josh in Team Chic, and there's a link to that. It's just a really good, like, okay, who else?
I'm gonna.
Megan?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to roll off of what you just said. You were talking about value, and I hadn't watched that video yet, so I need to go watch that. But I am listening to Start by John Acuff. I started it a long time ago because, I suck with Audible. And I never did anything with it, so I went back to it because everybody keeps talking about how good it is. So I went back to it, and I'm going to get through it this time. But one of the things he mentioned was diamond mines, and rocks. And he's like, who sets the value of a rock? Are you going to be the rock or are you going to be the diamond? And he's like, we set the value of these things because there are actually gemstones that are more rare than diamonds. But because we want diamonds to be the most valuable, we regulate how many is available, right? So he's like, asking if you want to be a diamond or a rock. And so I really liked that analogy or whatever. And then he rolls that into his conversation about awesomeness and being you're awesome. And basically he just says, what is it that brings you joy in life? You need to find that thing. It does not have to be a job title or position. Just what is it that brings you joy in life, and you need to do that thing, and you need to be awesome at it. And so, he gives, a bunch of examples. He talks about calling Apple customer service, and he asks the girl if she hates her job. He's indirectly. He's like, this has to be like the hardest job ever because everybody who calls you is pissed. Nobody's happy when they call you. And she's like, I love my job. I love helping people and learning new things. And I get to do both of those things every day. And he's absolutely dumbfounded because she should hate her job, by our standards. Right. And so he said she found her two joys. And he's like, well, what are your two joys? Because if you say, oh, I'm a teacher. I went to school to teach. I'm a teacher. Then that's going to limit you into the box for being a teacher. But if you say, I enjoy teaching others, that widens the job bracket, the positions, everything. It widens everything. And so he's like, you need to find your awesome and go do it. That doesn't mean you have to do what everybody else is telling you to do, like teach. You can do it somewhere else. And then he rolls that into, because this is all in the same chapter, I was just loving it. He rolls that into talking about how it might not be what everybody else says you should be doing. Or, people may look at you and say, you don't really fit that very well. But he says, and I quoted this, always play to the size of your heart, not to the size of your audience. And that makes me think about Kelly telling us, especially as new coaches, to fake it till we make it. Because if you're putting it out there, it's eventually going to come back. And some days I feel like I absolutely suck and that everything I'm putting into the universe is just frozen and nobody's paying attention to anything. And then somebody like Renee comes to me almost 2 years in to what I'm doing and confirms that she's been watching me. And it makes me feel like, hey, I'm not doing all this for nothing. I am reaching towards my goals. I am reaching towards that vision board. People are paying attention, even though I'm getting crickets over here sometimes. And then I have 2 rough months, September and October, and then November I blew out of the water. So it's just like, find your awesome, stick with your awesome, and play to the size of your heart, not to the size of your audience. So yeah, I'm only halfway through it. And yeah, we'll see what else I can get out of it. But that right there struck a chord with me.
That is such a, I love that song. I want to listen to it again. He's so funny too. Don't you think he's funny?
Yeah. Like if some of the stuff he says, you can tell he would have put it in parentheses in writing, but reading it, I wouldn't have heard it the way that he's saying it. And he's funny. He is. I love how he talks about the genius of his wife and how she can take stuff that's so complicated and simplified in like 2 seconds. And so, yeah, I think he's great. And he's on the John C. Maxwell team too, isn't he?
I don't know. Oh,
No, Dave Ramsey. He's on Dave Ramsey's team. Yeah. So I love Dave Ramsey. So he gets huge points for that too.
Yeah, that was such a good book. Like there were so many good nuggets.
Yeah.
I
always think that he's rolling into a new chapter, and I'll look at it and no, he's still digging on the same topic. And I'm like, this is so, like, I'm wishing I had it on a book that I could underline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you want to like memorize it because it's called Smart, Allie. It's called Start. Sorry.
Start.
It's called Start, and it's Punch Fear in the Face is like the subtitle. Which I really loved. He does talk a lot about fear and like how to, I don't remember because I listened to it like over a whole month or whatever, but I felt like some of the ways that he described overcoming fear were like actually like solid, legit, practical how-to ways. You know what I mean? Because usually people are like, just, overcome it. Like just, push through it or whatever. But he had like some like actual solid information, and I cannot remember it for the life of me right now. Oh, Maria. Yes. Maria, he talks about the voices in your head. And you know what? That has still, in fact, I'm going to mention this really quick. He talks about paying attention to the negative voices in your head. And I can't remember, and you'll have to add to this, Maria, but like when I started doing that, I was like, okay, what is this like some of these negative voices in my head? And I noticed one that was kind of like, well, who are you? And this one doesn't have to do with coaching, but it does have to do with business. You know how I started Style Lately company, and it was like, well, who are you to start this Style Lately company? Like, you're not, because it came, we bought it and it had this huge audience, and it was almost intimidating a little bit. And I was like, yeah, and I've never done retail before. I've never sold like, clothes before. I was just like, well, who am I? Like, I just kept having that like fearful doubt thought. And I was just like, who am I not to? Like, I just had to like fight that thought constantly, Did you want to add to that, Maria? Like, what were some of how did it with the voices in the head?
Oh, so for me, for the voices in my head, when I read it, because he talked about how, the voices in his head were telling him, you're too late, you're never going to do it, you're not a great author, who are you to do that? So he talked about the patterns in those voices and how they tend to, I love the fact that he actually talked to them as far as being bullies, and that bullies need to be, sorry, can you see me? I'm getting some weird messages here. Yeah? Okay. Okay, so he talks about these voices being the bullies in your head, and he talks about the voices. The important thing about these voices is about identifying them. So exposing those bullies because they lose power over you. So one of the things that he said is he's like, okay, when you have a negative voice, then what you need to do is contradict it with a truth. So you write your negative voice, whatever your voice is telling you, you write it down. So you expose the bully. And then after you write it with the truth. So for instance, for him, he was like, okay, one morning, it was a Monday morning. So the voice told him, you're too late. You're never going to do anything. So his truth was like, what are you talking about? It's Monday. I have the whole week to do everything. And then the other thing was like, oh, you're never going to be an author. You're not good enough. So then he went and he's like, I have a published book. Of course, I'm going to be able to do it. So what I loved about it is how it played in my mind, because I have all these crazy voices that now I'm able to identify them a lot easier. And for me, they're the ones that are, I think they're similar to some people, right? But they're the ones that tell me, you're not good enough. People are not going to listen to you. You're a flake. You're flaking out. You're doing this. You're doing that. So it's been easier as far as being able to identify them, kind of nipping them in the butt, and then putting a truth to it. I still struggle with them, but it's just easier now, especially since he was able to identify them, and I feel like I'm more mindful of them, and I know where they're coming from here, pretty much.
Yeah. I'm so glad you brought that up, because that was like one of the biggest takeaways that I got from it, was just like recognizing those voices. Who else wants to share? Obviously, you guys, that you need to read that book. It's like, it is an amazing, amazing read.
You know what? I just wanted to mention another book that I'm reading right now. Well, I'm doing Audible, but it's called Grit. It's by Angela Duckworth. I don't know if any of you have had a chance to listen to it, but it's really good because she talks about what grit is. Yes, grit, Alyssa. And she talks about grit being as far as the consistency and the passion that you have. And one of the things that I loved about it is that she talked about how you let your passion guide what you're doing, so it becomes a compass. Yeah. And rather than, how we always see those images where we see like you're here and then success is here and you think it's a clear line, when in reality it's not like that. It's like a whole bunch of scribbles, right? Mm-hmm. So one of the things that she had mentioned actually was the fact how we can embrace that we can know that, you know what, there's going to be disappointments, there's going to be things that are demoralizing, there's going to be hard things, but in essence, our passion or our grit and our consistency is what's going to guide us towards it. So she described grit in 4 different principles, and the number one, she said it was based on your interest. So with the interest part, she talked about it's very intrinsic, I guess. It's something that you find a passion for it, and then you develop the what is it? I think it's like, I'm gonna have to get a page that I've been writing all this stuff down. Hold on one second. Sorry guys, because I do listen on Audible and I'm usually cleaning when I'm doing it. I have to write it in my calendar, so I kind of kept my calendar. But one of the things that she talks about is like the interest. So everything begins with it. So she talks about how it's our fascination, what's captivating for us and what we love to do. And then the second thing that she talks about is practice. So practice, she talks about every day having the mentality of doing something better than what you did the day before. With that, she said to be gritty is to resist complacency. So meaning that if you do something good the day before, is not just being settled with what you did the day before, but rather always trying to exceed yourself. And then I really, really like this one, which is number 3, and it's a purpose. So the purpose has to be sort of connected with others. It gives you a grand sense of things. And right now I'm reading about purpose, or her chapter is about purpose. And what I really like about it is because she says that when you connect what you're doing with others, it makes it so much more than what it potentially could be if it was just a job, or rather a career. It becomes a passion, it becomes your calling in life. But what I like about it as well, but it's not just the fact that you want to help people, because that's, as coaches, that's what we want to do. We want to help people, help others, so we get healthy and get into that better mindset. But it talks about actually having a more personal view of it as well, when you're like, I want to help my family, I want to help myself, I want to have that future that I want for my life. So it works both of those things together. And that one of the quote that she says is, my work is important to me and to others. So I really like, sort of every time I'm kind of feeling down on things, because it's been a bit of rough for the last few weeks with me being pregnant and whatnot. But I really like to think about that, because whatever we're doing, it is important. It's important to us. It is important to others. And then the last thing that she talked about is hope. So it's just rising to the occasion, and it defines every stage that, we always want to improve. We always want to be hopeful of the future. We don't want to get into a place where we're negative and we're just downplaying everything, but rather we want to be a source of hope for ourselves and a source of hope for others. Anyway, that's my book right now. I'm really enjoying it. I'm almost done. I think there's like 4 more chapters left. It's a really long book, like 9 hours or something, but it's really good. So I highly recommend it for sure.
Awesome. Who's the author again?
Angela Duckworth.
Okay. Cool. Who else would like to share?
I'll share mine super quick. I'm listening to On Fire by John O'Leary. And it is so good. He kind of reminds me of John Acuff. He's got like some witty comments, but I was on my walk today with my dog, and I heard him say this one thing, and it just stuck with me. And I had to like do a live video and everything, because I just had to like get it out. But he said, comfort might be popular, but courage changes lives. And I was like, holy poop, like that's so true. Like comfort is what everybody wants, and that's like where we want to be. But then courage is like what changes lives. Like for us, for other, like for what we do for other people, for just everything. Like it takes courage. And Maria, it reminds me of that number 2 that you just mentioned, of like challenging, sorry, my fat cat's walking, challenging your comfort zone and just kind of like expanding your comfort zone and not just staying within where you're comfortable. That was like my biggest takeaway, and kind of like, even when you feel stuck, or like Megan, like we all have those moments where we feel like there's just crickets. But if we just keep going and like feel like there's times when we're stuck, or when we're kind of behind this wall, like that's when we need to push harder and break through that comfort zone and not be willing to stay there and be complacent. So that's been my biggest thing. But that book is really amazing. It's called On Fire by John O'Leary.
That sounds awesome. I love that comfort quote. I really do think that that's where the magic happens, is outside your comfort zone. Okay, cool. Anyone else want to share? I'm going to share one thing I'm listening to the 12-week, 12-week year. And it's really good. It's like a whole new concept of using your time. But one quote, and I wanted to write it down, but I was driving, and so I might butcher it. So, but Alyssa, you listened to it, right? So help me if you can remember. It was something like, act on your commitments, not your feelings, or something like that. I'm going to have to like listen to it again. But I really liked that concept, because I think that I've seen that in my own life, that when I act on my commitments, I get so much crap done. And when I act on my feelings, I'm just more like wishy-washy. You know what I mean? Like, and it's hard not to get sucked into the emotion of, coaching or have your life sort of trickle in and just be like, I don't feel like posting or whatever. But it's like, no, I do 3 posts every day. Like, no, I hit Success Club. This is what I do. I made a commitment that I was going to do this, or whatever your commitment is, or I work out 5 times a week or 7 times a week, whatever it is. Like, if you just make that commitment, it makes it a lot it just like makes things, you don't question them as much. And so you're not constantly reassessing whether you're going to do them. It's just like, no, I am doing this, you know? I think it's just when those doubts start to trickle in, or your mood, you know, we all have, our moods are like all over the place. We're women, right? We're like this, right? And so we can't base our business on this. I've definitely learned this. I've been running a business for like 13 years, whether it was photography or mentoring photographers or running, you know, an online photography business and then coaching and now the retail stuff. It's like, it doesn't matter. You can't base your business on emotions because our emotions are all over the place. And if you want a stable business, you've got to like show up and do the work and be consistent. Like that's pretty much it. And so I just loved that quote because it was like, yes, you know, I mean, yesterday I was kind of like, blah, like this sucks. I have freaking mono. I'm not even working out, which is one of the main vital behaviors. And I was like, I'm just not feeling it and blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, it doesn't matter. Like I made a commitment to be here and that's what I'm doing. So that was just a good reminder for me. So does anyone else have anything else they want to say before we wrap it up?
I just had a quick question.
What's that?
Do any of you guys that have read a bunch, can any of you think of one that you read that was by a female author that maybe had children and was a business owner? Like I'm looking for something that's written by someone I can feel I can relate with on a lot of aspects.
There's the Find Your Extraordinary. She has 2 kids. There's that one. What else? Girl Code. Does she have? Or was it be that girl? I am that girl.
I don't know if she has kids.
I don't think she has kids, but Find Your Extraordinary has kids. Did any of you guys read that? I read it. It was pretty good. Micah loved that book. I thought it was pretty good. I wasn't like, my mind wasn't blown or anything, but some people are like obsessed with that book.
Was the one you were just talking about, did you say it was called The 12-Week Year?
Yeah. Basically, this is the thing I love about it. Is he's like, guess what? Everyone procrastinates till the end, and then they just push super duper hard and get it all done. Like, you know, you say you're going to do all this stuff like throughout the whole year, and then oh, crap, it's December. I made a goal to do X, Y, Z. I'm just going to push really hard and do it. And he's like, what if you, instead of doing 12 months worth of like pushing, you did 12 weeks worth of pushing as if. And so it's almost like a day is equivalent to a week and a week is equivalent to a month. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's like a sort of a mindset of just really being efficient with your time. And so, and if any of you guys are struggling with time management, I highly recommend searching my YouTube page. I used to teach classes on organization and time management. So search YouTube for just time management on my YouTube channel and watch some of those because there's some, I feel like I've got some good ideas for you if you're struggling with that. But anyone have any suggestions for Allie besides the ones that I've said? Oh, Lara Casey book.
Yeah, I've seen it on Amazon. I've never actually read it. I guess it's like a Christian, like a faith-based thing. So I don't know if it's really, I don't know, it's kind of a specific market, but make it happen. Like she has like power sheets that's like how to organize your time and
I know
planners, but I've never actually read the book. So
I mean, I always love what little things Brene Brown says about having kids and stuff, but it's not like business PD per se. It's more personal PD.
Yeah, but personal PD is what we all need to be listening to. And Brene Brown's amazing. That's what I agree with Jody. I highly recommend her, Allie. In fact, I think I'm going to start listening to her in addition to the 12 12-week year because the 12-week year is more business development and not personal development. And Brene Brown has some killer, like, she goes pretty deep with the personal development stuff. So any of her books, I heard Daring Greatly is like one of the best. All right. Couple things before we wrap it up, unless there's anyone else that wanted to quickly share. Oh, and hello, we have to welcome Kelly just joined. We have another Kelly. Hi, Kelly. This is Megan's other new coach, right?
Yes. Yes, and she, like y'all, she signed up today, no lie. And I was like, look, we're having a call. If you can get on. She's like on a way different time zone. It's like only like 7 there or something. And it's her husband's birthday. And like they finished dinner and she's like, you know what? I'm available. Give me the link. And she is here. She showed up. I'm so proud of her already.
That is awesome. That's so cool. We have 2 new coaches that signed up today that are on the call. That's amazing.
Husbands' birthdays are overrated. Ugly sweater parties are where it's at.
Boom.
So yeah, Kelly, you hopped on, Kelly Q, you hopped on when we were in the middle of some deep stuff. If you didn't pick up on it, this whole entire call, other than being about ugly sweaters, was on personal development, which is one of the vital behaviors for coaching. We're all encouraged to read personal development, and trust me, you can totally tell when you're not, because Kelly calls me on it in a second. So yeah, I'll explain more about that to you later, but that's what's going on. And usually our calls last about an hour.
Yeah. And speaking of ugly sweaters, Jody, you got the most votes, girlfriend. So you get the prize. Dang you, Canadian. Canada.
I'm so honored. I didn't even it's dark. I can't even show you the full beauty of
Get close. Just
ugliness.
like this. Just like that.
It's very well knit.
Oh.
I think it's mostly
Even the back is like very detailed.
Give me my necklace back, Violet. No. Oh, just want to get it back.
Okay, also before we wrap up. Christmas cards. I thought I would start a group, a little like thing in our addresses in case you want to I don't know if I'm doing Christmas cards this year, so you might not get it from me. But in case you want to send one to each other, go for it. So I'm going to do that. And then Rachie, I told you I would show you guys how to comment on Instagram on your computer. So you guys are welcome to hop off if you don't want to watch this. If you do, I got to share my screen. Where is that button? Oh, okay. Here we go. Share screen. Here we go. Can you guys see Instagram? Yes? So you got to log in. You got to log in first. And if you're not logged in, click on this little icon here. Anyway, you should be able to log in. You kind of have to just kind of make sure you're logged in. If, like, my daughter was actually logged in, apparently she comments on the computer. If you need to log out, click on these 3 dots here and it'll say log out. Okay. So here I am on Instagram. Now if I click on the hearts, I can see comments on mine, and then I'm trying to figure out where I see people's posts. Okay, so here's like people's posts. So I can click, look, it says add a comment, and I can be like, adorbs. Yeah, I just added lots of value to her life. Anyway, so you see how you can go through and do it on your computer.
Can you do messages too?
Let me see.
Because that would be the best.
Hang on. I bet you can't. Because I don't see that little boxy thing anywhere.
Yeah.
I've looked a lot, Kelly. I've never been able to find it, but I have Googled it and I found that there's apps you can download to your computer that will let you do all Instagram functions through your computer. But I don't know what they're called.
So maybe just Google it. But I mean, you can comment and you can.
Oh, that's good.
You can comment and you can like on people's stuff. Wait, so let me see. Yeah. So let me I'll just like, see, I just added the heart. That's liking it.
Yeah.
Apparently there's lots of elf on the shelf tonight. Oh my God. Nonstop. Any questions on that?
I pooped his shoe.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice. Nice.
Oh, sorry.
So there you go, Stephanie. Stephanie, it says Bayer, but I think it's Nicole. I don't know. Anyway, Stephanie, there's you learn something new every day.
Show us the dog.
What?
Show me the dog.
Oh, you want to see my puppy? Okay.
Show us the
I
dog.
don't know who grabbed you into doing that because I would have had to have been paid some serious money to pay for that.
I know. Oh man. I think it was in Utah or something. She mentioned that they were talking about it, but
There's no way. And I only have 2
I literally
kids.
talked to her for like an hour on the phone yesterday, and she like, and then I saw the post today. I was like, what the? She's like, oh yeah, we decided after.
That was like Joelle and Steve.
I know.
The deal where she had to work out for 2 months and then like a week later, they got the dog.
Those 30 days went by really
Sleep.
Aww.
Wake him up.
No.
What is it?
I'm cartwheeling in the background, so. Do it again, Abe. Do it again.
Nice.
Looks like a little elf in the background.
That's talent.
All right. Oh, wait. One more second. I got to do a little Insta story of you guys. Before we go. And you guys can do it too.
Okay. Hold on.
I don't have my phone. I lost it.
Oh, Christmas ugly sweater party. Shake it, girls. Shake it. Show your stuff. They're all Instagramming too. Shake it. All right.
And done.
All right, now go.
I'm with you people.
Hold on, I'm not done yet. Mine was in the middle of a post and I just had to get out of it. Okay. All right, so here we go. Ugly sweater party. Jody won ugly sweater. We got to see it.
Show it. It's like flashing.
Hold on, not yet. I had to do 2 different ones. And go.
Gorgeous.
Ugly sweater. Kelly's, yours was ugly too.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like this big brooch. I love it.
Bedazzled.
Handmade right there.
All right. It was fun, you guys.
Thanks.
Have a good week. Kill it. Bye.